Well, okay. How about to get a little more serious? We talked with Mark Taché about moments and stuff in his life that were, real crucial events that happened that changed his life and kind of affected him. And I'm wondering if you have any in your life that happened to you that was over, like a big stick in the head that you had to deal with.
I mean, it's sort of Aspen related, but I guess, uh, well, two things really that changed my life, and they're at the time I considered them both terrible things. The first one was this was when I was doing all the mountain climbing and I was bike racing and skiing like a madman and just had all my priorities set up kind of aligned with doing that for the rest of my life. And I somehow came down with a back infection, and it was pretty serious, and it almost killed me. And so, multiple surgeries, antibiotics for a whole year, back brace for a whole year. So I couldn't do any of those things that I loved about Aspen, and they were the things I associated with Aspen: the skiing, the biking, the climbing, things I devoted my life to. And I kind of thought of those things in Aspen being synonyms. And so for a whole year, I could do none of that. And what I did during that year is I got close with my family and I got close with my friends. And I realized that those things were more important than all the other things I looked at and participated in Aspen. And I think that's when I realized Aspen is so much about just the experience of the people here and the support you get here from almost everybody. And it's families coming together over sort of a tragic thing. And so that was a huge moment in my life when I realized that Aspen was so much more than the superficial things that I fell in love with as a kid. And so once I heal up again, so I'm back into those things, but I'm into them with a totally different perspective. My life doesn't depend on it. I don't have to ski all day. I don't have to, do the death-defying ridge traverse on the mountain to prove that I'm a mountain man. I don't have to, be in the top, pack in the local race series on the bike. So that changed my life. That changed it for the better. And it gave me great perspective, and it made me see Aspen and appreciate more the real town aspect of it. So that was a big one. Then, the next one was probably when my dad died prematurely. He died at 67, and he was skiing down in South America, and he just came down at the end of a powder day. And the way they described it, he just dropped at the bottom of the mountain, and that was it. He breathed his last. And so that happened so fast, and it was so unexpected that, that's when I felt the community there for me and my family, and overwhelming. So.
Yeah, it's interesting because the Phalanges had that happen. There's quite a few folks sort of had their life shift change.
Yeah, and if you live long enough, that's going to happen probably to almost everybody. And it's just such a special thing when tragedy hits your family that you really feel that support and that love and just genuine care for you and what's going on. So, yeah, those are two big things.